The title reads, As a 25-year-old male, I've officially given up on women. Well, they do say guys hit their prime at around 35, but when you're 25, you're so full of life and energy, and you like the smell of beautiful women who smell of strawberries. Like, if I was you, I wouldn't be giving up on dating because you'll be kicking yourself when you're older. Um, I get it. You might have had a bad experience, but to completely give up on it due to maybe some bad experiences, I don't think that's a very optimal strategy. But let's see what this guy has to say. He says, I'm sure you're already thinking right away, oh, here comes another nice guy complaining about girls again. Yeah, I kind of had that mindset. That's what you're probably one of those guys, but I won't crucify you just yet. He just says, I'm just tired of all the BS I've had to deal with over the years with girls, and I've hit a point where I'm so done with it all that I'd rather be single forever than to try and keep dating. I get it, but to give up on dating altogether and women, yeah, it's not a great idea because I think men and women are supposed to be together. And a woman can be that cherry on top of your cake. And just to throw that all away, again, probably due to some bad experiences with women, that's just not worth it because there are some great women out there who's going to bring a lot of abundance to your life. And just because some toxic women who have bad values hurt you, I wouldn't use that as a reason to throw the possibility of finding your forever partner. He says, I'm aware that not all girls are like this. At least he has, at least he can confirm that he knows it's not all women. And that guy sucked too. However, it just feels like there's so many empty people in my area. Damn, that's quite deep. Empty people. I think, yeah, that goes both ways with men and women and probably just society in general. You have a lot of people who are working for these billion-dollar companies. They've got a 9 to 5 job. They wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning when it's dark out. They go home from work at about 7 o'clock when it's dark out. So their whole day is just darkness and office lights. And when it comes to dating, people using these apps and just swiping left or right depending on how the person looks in the picture. Yeah, it is a pretty empty society, but I think part of life that can be so exciting is building a future with someone and having a family. You can't do that if you're just thrown in the towel when it comes to dating just because you think people are empty. I think you can become a full person by having a great relationship. He says, too many people who have no personality and just use drinking or partying as an excuse for not having any real substance themselves as human beings. Again, that kind of just sounds like you're dating the wrong people and you're hanging out with the wrong people because I'm 28 now and the people I hang out with, even women, we don't go out partying and clubbing. We might go to a bar to have a drink and have a little socialize, but we're not getting drunk every weekend. So it more sounds like you are being quite selective with the people you are choosing or you're trying to date. It feels like whenever I do find someone that has somewhat of a personality or that I'm semi interested in, they just play games like 99% of the time. Again, I just think you're selecting the wrong people. You should be able to identify a woman with good values very early on, within a couple of messages by the first or second date. You should know if this woman has good values or not, and is someone that you want to date longer term. So I would love to know how you're meeting these women if it is on the dating apps. I think you've got to be a bit more selective. And if it's people in person, then I'd have to question where you're hanging out, like where you meeting these women and who you socializing with. It feels like I'm always the one initiating anything, even when they keep saying they're interested in me or put effort into the conversation, but things never go anywhere. Well, that's how it's always going to be, bro. I think the men always have to lead, and women want to be the princesses. So don't get butt hurt by that. That's just a game. That's how the big man upstairs created us. That's how he created men and women. Men, I've got to take the lead, and the right woman will follow if she's really into you. These women you're dating don't sound like they're overly interested in you. So spend time with women who are crazy about you and use your time appropriately. I get told all the time by my female friends that I have all these great traits about myself and how girls should be lucky to date me. But then when it comes to trying to set up a date with a girl I'm chatting with it feels impossible. I think there's more to this. Yeah, women aren't going to tell you the complete truth. They're going to try and throw out all these niceties not to hurt your feelings. So they're probably just being nice to you, but you probably have a lot of flaws. And I don't know if it's flaws in regards to your looks, maybe you're giving people the creeps, maybe you're not, socially acute. So I wouldn't blame that per se on women. Women, maybe you need to look in the mirror and do some self-development. And I know a lot of guys hate hearing that, like, oh, just work on yourself and the right woman will come along. But it is true. You should work on yourself, enjoy your hobbies, do things you enjoy doing, maybe step outside your comfort zone, join new social groups, maybe like a walking club, a running club, and meet women there. Just, throw the dice and mix up your life, and different outcomes may appear. I can't even count the number of times where I'm chatting with a girl I'm interested in, only to have her reply to my text like 2 to 3 times a day. Awful idea of a date to be tossed around, which they say sound great, or sometimes they even throw out ideas for. But when it comes to setting up specifics, it's like trying to pull teeth out and they just end up ghosting me shortly after. I wonder if this is more of a game issue from your point of view. Like, how many times are you having these wish-washy messages with these women? You should be sending maybe 4 or 5 texts and then setting up a date. And you need to be firm in your plans. Don't be like, oh yeah, do you maybe want to meet up? Do you maybe want to meet on this day? Like, be firm because she can already probably tell you lack confidence and experience by the way you're communicating with her. So that's why they're probably not going on dates with you because you're already kind of showing them that it's probably not worthwhile to go on a date with you because you lack experience and confidence, and women value that really high. Next part it says, plus add on the girls that I try to guy hop or I chat with more than one guy at the same time. Bro, that's always been the case, always will be the case. I know it sucks, but women have a box of dicks on their phone. If you check an average woman girl's dating profile, she has 100 plus matches, 100 plus conversations. She's probably talking to a dozen guys on that same day, and you're just one of them. So you need to try and meet her in person as soon as possible to make you different to the other guys she's texting. It sucks. I hate it too. I hate how women will be dating multiple men while dating you, but that's just a game, especially if she's pretty. That's just a game, bro. I know us guys, we probably struggle to date multiple women because it is more difficult to attract women than it is for women to attract men. But that's just how it is. I know it's not very nice, but hey, if you don't want to be part of the game, then you leave because it's not going to change. But I agree, it's nasty. The thought that the girl you're dating might have been sucking a dick and then she's kissing your lips the next day, yeah, it's not a nice thought, but hey, what can I say? It's modern dating, especially with these apps. Whether they lie about that or is another thing, but when it feels like I'm always pushed to the bottom of the barrel, you probably are pushed to the bottom of the barrel because you don't have a lot of game, and these other guys are just better options than you. And you need to look in the mirror and work on yourself, have more experience with women, go on more dates, and just hey, you're gonna fail a lot of the time, but failure is just another lick of paint, another coat of paint on that wall of experiences. I'm just so exhausted by dating, it's not even fun anymore. I, I get you. I went through the whole dating thing. I went on multiple dates. Most of them didn't work out, but now I'm in a really healthy relationship of 2 years, and she's wonderful. And it was, worth all the ugly frogs I had to kiss to find her. So I wouldn't give up if I was you, but I completely understand it is tiring. But I kind of just viewed it as a bit of a game. It's like, hey, it's another quest that I've completed. I went on this date, didn't work out. tick the box, move on, and find someone else. And the more bad dates you have, when you do find that great girl and you have a good date, it'll feel even more special. This is getting a bit long now, so I'll try and just fly through this last paragraph. He says, I'm so tired of trying to chat with a girl in public only to have a rude response right away. Well, she's a low value woman, and hey, credit to you for making that approach. You're doing more than what most men are doing, so credit to you. And just be like, hey, have this mindset. She's a horrible person. I'm a good person. You know, she's going to live a miserable life if that's how she's going to treat men that approach her. Bro, she's going to be 30, 40-year-old, single with multiple cats, and you'll have a lovely woman on your arm because you put the work in and you remained a good guy. Trying to meet a girl on a dating app only to have dry, boring conversations. Well, yeah, you're going to have those. But again, you got to kiss a few bad frogs to find your princess, so to speak. Like, I just don't understand. I know I'm not owed anything from girls, but at the same time, I'm just fairly attractive dude in great shape, setting up my career right now. Yeah, you are still young, and I mentioned this at the start. I guess you're probably going to be in your prime from your 30s upwards. So yeah, just keep working yourself, keep going through the grinds, and honestly, it is about a game of numbers. So the more dates you go on, the more possibility you're going to find that special girl. And also, it just means the more confidence you can have when it comes to speaking to women and knowing the good women from the bad. So, yeah, if I was you, I'd just keep going on these dating apps, keep pushing out multiple dates, approaching women in person, and just putting yourself out there because you're doing much more than the average guy's doing, that's for sure. We'll end on this. I'm often told I'm sweet or funny or charming and all that good stuff that you'd think someone would want you in a partner, but then whenever I try and date, I just get pushed to the bottom of the barrel. Yeah, he's just moaning here and saying, poor me. I get it when you go on multiple dates and it doesn't work out well, and yeah, it's a kick in the balls, but honestly, a lot of guys are going through the same as you, but it sounds like you're actually going on dates, so obviously you're good looking enough to attract them in the first place. I just think you need to stop having this like dooming mentality and work on yourself and stop being so wish-washy. Just get straight to the point. If you find her attractive, go for the kiss. Show some balls, and trust me, I can assure you, the right girl, she's going to go crazy for that, and then hopefully you'll live happily ever after. Anyway, that's all, guys. Cheers. See ya.
Able the diffuser.
Wall secured.
10 seconds to insertion.
Device ready.
5 seconds left.
Prepped.
Be advised, a bomb location has been compromised. Op 4 has located a bomb. Be ready for hostile action.
Reloading. Cover me.
Throwing F-Naught. Setting that.
Door secured.
Reloading mag.
Swapping mags. Reloading. Cover me. Swapping mag.
Friendly, last operator standing. And defuse it.
Setting up a breach. Tossing a EMP grenade.
It's activated. AMIA.
Claymore mine up.
User is online and active. One op 4 remaining. Op 4 eliminated. 10 seconds left. Down to 5 seconds. Op 4 has located a bomb.
Enjoy the view.
Throwing F-Naught.
Loading full mag.
Reload!
Op 4, last operator standing.
Changing mag.
Down to 15 seconds. Time expires in 10 seconds. 5 seconds remaining.